So today we're going to be doing chair yoga. The best type of chair to be in is a chair without arms. It just allows you more mobility and allows you to really manipulate your body and move around the chair. The other thing that you might want is some type of a towel, whether it's a hand towel, a bath towel. I actually have just a scarf here that I'm going to use. Really, it's just as a tool to be able to help you in your stretches if you need it. If you don't have it, don't worry about it. But if you want to take a minute and grab one, that's absolutely fine. And any other questions before we get started?
No.
Okay, so through the yoga, I am going to mute everyone just for the peacefulness of quiet, paying attention to your breath and really focusing on what your body is doing. I want to remind everyone to just take this nice and slow, go at your own pace, do what you can do. You're not here to compare yourself to anyone. You're not here to push yourself so that you're so sore tomorrow you can't walk. Take it nice and slow. Pay attention to your breath. If you have any questions, please just unmute yourself and ask the question throughout the class. If you're on a computer, the easiest way to do that is holding down the space bar. So if you press the space bar, hold it down, you are unmuted until you let go of that space bar, and then it automatically mutes you again, okay? Feel free if you wanted to put on any, yoga music or music in the background, you'll be muted so no one else will be able to hear that. Are we all good to go? I'll probably ask you guys questions or say, do you understand? If you can just give me a thumbs up through the video link, that'd be awesome. All right, here we go. I'm going to mute everyone. All right, so as we get started, I'd like you to scoot kind of to the edge of your chair so that you're sitting on the edge. You're not tilting over it. You have a nice seat and you're comfortable, but you have a little bit of space underneath between your knee and the chair. And here we're going to sit up real nice and tall, straight back. Take a second to reach your shoulders up to your ears, roll them back and push them down nice and slow. That's going to get you a little bit of space between your ears and your shoulders. We want that space there so that we're kind of loosening that tension in our shoulder muscles. I know that that's where I carry all of my tension. And so I really love feeling that stretch. I want you to envision that there's a little marionette string above your head, kind of pulling you up real nice and tall. You want your head to be straight with your neck, straight down to your back, nice and tall. Take a couple deep breaths in here. Just get that feeling, kind of settle your body into that tall, shoulders down, head up, really elongating the spine. Deep breaths in through the nose, out through the mouth. One more rep of breaths in and out. Now we're going to take our hands across our stomach, crisscross in front of us, and we're going to reach up nice and tall, pausing at the top, wiggling our fingers, reaching up. You're going to feel a natural feeling of kind of sucking in your core, your abs. They're just going to suck in as you reach up. Couple breaths. Inhale one more time, and as you exhale, let those arms float down, crossing in front. And again, on your inhale, take them back up. This time we're not going to pause as long at the top, so when we exhale, we come slowly down. One more, inhale all the way up, and as you exhale, come on down. Go ahead and rest here for a second. Check that spine again. Are we sitting up tall? Are our shoulders away from our ears and not scrunched up? Feeling that great posture. Posture is so important when we sit a lot, especially I'm at a desk all day. I know that my posture has much room for improvement. All right, now we're going to take our right hand and place it on our left shoulder, and our left hand crosses over and goes on our right shoulder. We're kind of just giving our body a hug. And then we're going to slowly turn to the right. Deep breaths in through your nose, out through your mouth. And then as you exhale, back to center. Inhale over to the left. Exhale back to center. And we're going to repeat that a couple times. It's a nice, slow, gentle movement. We're just getting our bodies warmed up here, moving our muscles nice and slow so that we get the blood flowing to those muscles. Inhale to one side and exhale back to that front. Nice, slow, controlled movement. How's your posture? Is that back still nice, straight line? Finish that last turn and come resting at center. Now we're going to release our arms down to our sides. Check your shoulders, check your posture. Your abs are in nice and tight. We're not leaning back. We're not leaning forward. Nice and upright motion or stance. Now we're going to inhale, arms up. And instead of coming back down, we're going to do what's called a cactus pose. We're just going to take our arms out to the side, kind of like a muscle man. In yoga, it's called a cactus pose. And we're going to rotate like we were when we were hugging ourselves with our arms up. So we inhale, rotate to the right. And exhale, rotate back to center. Nice and slow, just a little bit of a different movement. Nice deep breaths. The deeper your breath, the more oxygen you're bringing into your body, and the more oxygen that gets fed to your blood, which gets fed to your muscles. When they're more oxygenated, they tend to hurt less and be able to stretch deeper. Last rotation, come to the front. Keep your arms here, and we're going to do little pulses to the right. So we're going to turn, pulse, pulse, pulse. It's just a slow turn. Instead of making that full rotation, kind of keeping our back rotated. Feet are nice and flat on the ground. 3 more. And back to center. Deep breath in. As we exhale, we turn to the left and we're going to pulse. I hope my rights and lefts are the same as yours. If not, just follow me. I can't remember if Zoom mirrors me or if it's normal. 3 more. And back to center. Arms come down to our sides. Can definitely feel it in those shoulders. We're getting heated up and moving all around. The next thing we're going to do is we're going to really try to relax these shoulders. We're going to do that by contracting our muscles up as tight as you can. You're bringing just those shoulders up, straight arms, and then you're letting them down. Inhale, bring them up, and exhale, let them fall. I love this one. Honestly, it's one of my favorites. Although you'll probably hear me say that 3 or 4 times today, that this is my favorite. This is my favorite. But I really do just love focusing on my muscles. Let's try 2 more here. Nice. Okay, now we're going to really stretch our necks. This is one area that because I hold my tension in my back, I have a really tight neck. So I have to be very careful, and you should too, on stretching our neck. So we're just gonna do some nice, slow controlled side to side. Basically like we're shaking our head no, but really, really slow. We're in super slow motion. So I inhale, turn to the side, exhale, go back to front and kind of stop there for a second. Inhale and exhale front. Nice and slow. One of the hardest things for me to learn when I first started practicing yoga was to go slow. I was always into sports and explosive movements, and I thought, well, if I'm not making my body work real fast, real hard, I'm not making my body work. And boy, nothing could be farther from the truth. Here we go. We're going to come back to center. Now we're going to go yes and no. Tuck your chin to your chest. Remember, we're sitting up nice and tall. Inhale, chin to chest. Oh, sorry about that. If the microphone got really loud. Inhale, chin to chest. Exhale, back to center. Inhale, look up. Make sure you're sitting up tall and not rocking back in this one. And then back to center. Go ahead and repeat that. Inhale down. Exhale center. Inhale up. Exhale center. Nice and slow. Go ahead and finish up wherever you're at, whether you're up or down, come back to center. Go ahead, roll your shoulders, kind of move your back, move your body. We've started to get warmed up. Now we're going to do a little bit more of a twist. So I want you to take your feet shoulder width apart. Basically, your knees are just separated, feet flat on the ground. We're going to take one of our hands, it doesn't matter which one, right or left, and we're going to come across our body to the outside of our opposite thigh. So I'm with my left hand, I'm going to my right outside thigh. Then I'm going to take my right hand straight up, and I'm kind of rolling it around. So if you saw that, it goes
Is it just me or can you not hear Nicole? I can't. We lost you when you twisted around.
okay, my microphone went off.
Okay, perfect.
Okay, thank you for letting me know. Okay, so we'll start that one. So you're going to take an opposite hand to your opposite outside thigh. So I've got my left hand up, left hand down here to my right outside thigh. Then I'm going to take my right hand and I'm going to bring it up in front of me and let it rotate around, and it guides my body to the side. This is just a stretch that you're holding and breathing. Nice, deep inhales and exhales. Remember that marionette string on the top of your head. You want to be sitting up nice and tall and twisting to the side. Deeper you breathe, the more oxygen to those muscles and the deeper you can stretch. Some of you may be able to reach
Lost you again, Nicole.
Okay.
Oh. I think I can hear you.
Can you hear me?
Yep, I can hear you now.
Okay. I'm sorry, everyone. 1 second. Let's see what we've got going on with this microphone because it keeps just going off. Can you hear me?
It seemed like when you certain twist it, that's when it went off. I don't know why.
Can you hear me now?
Yep.
Okay, good. I'll just use the microphone built into the computer. If it's too echoey or anything, just let me know and I can get someone to look at that. But you're all good now? You can hear me? Great. So again, opposite arm to opposite thigh outside. Arm reaches up and just reaches behind you. This is what we call a static stretch. So we're just breathing while we're here. We're not doing any motion to get a deeper stretch. You're just holding. String on top of your head, pulling you up so you're sitting up nice and tall. Abs are tight and we're twisting. Just breathe here. And go ahead and untwist. Back to center. Check your feet. Flat on the ground. Sitting up tall. Whatever arm you had last time, take the other arm to the opposite thigh. My left arm is what I'm using. It comes up in front and twists around to rotate. Now you might find that this side is maybe a little bit tighter. I know that I have a tighter side and this one is harder to rotate on for me. It's very normal that in your body you have dominant sides and non-dominant sides. So you will find that you, at least probably one time during this yoga, one side will be different than the other. Go ahead and take that head and look back towards the back of your chair. Breathe deep. Check those abs. Are they in tight? Are you sitting up tall? And go ahead and release. Come back to center. The next thing we're going to do is take your hands both on the tops of your thighs. We're going to reach them up straight in front of us. Reach up tall. Kind of shrug your shoulders up to your ears. Arms are right by the side of your head and relax them down into a T. And now we're going to twist again. We're really focusing in this first part on our spine. You might have to lift this back arm up like I do over the back of my chair, but eventually you want to get to a point where you're in a T. Those shoulder muscles are stretched out to the side. It's really, really important to take care of our backs. And so this first part of the yoga is really focusing on our spine and getting all of the muscles, every one of them, up through our back, stretched out. Deep breaths here again. Check those abs, feet flat on the floor, and go ahead and relax. Come back to that center. Hands are on the tops of our thighs. We're going up. Reach up high. Shrug those shoulders to your ears. Arms right by the side of your head. Inhale. And exhale, relax into the T. Inhale, and we twist the opposite direction. If any of you have had any shoulder problems, you might be surprised at how those affect your ability to twist and turn. It's all connected, our entire body. But really, when I hurt my knee, I didn't think that my back would be affected, and it was. Our muscles are really affected by one weakness somewhere in our body. Go ahead and untwist. And hands back on the front. All right, we're going to really focus right now on our obliques, which are these ab muscles right here in our side. So we're going to take one hand, put it on top of your thigh. The other hand comes up and you're gonna reach over. That hand that is on top should be on top of your head. So reaching over your hand or head. We're really getting this stretch right here in our obliques. My son and I were doing yoga the other day, and I was having him do this stretch. And he was amazed how on one side he could stretch right over and had no problem, and in the other side he couldn't. And so I got to explain some things about muscles in the body to him. Deep breaths here. Listen to your body. If you need to come out of the stretch, that's fine. Shake it out and relax. Deep breath in. We're going to take the other hand up and reach it over. Deep breaths. Make sure you're really contracting those abs, keeping them tight. Our abs also help protect everything here. So we want to keep everything in alignment. And release. All right. Now we're going to kind of try to stretch the front part of our chest muscles and our shoulders. So we're going to reach up and around. We're going to try to, hello plant. We're going to try to grab the back of the chair behind us. So I reached up and around to grab this chair. And then I'm going to just slowly try to roll my shoulders back. Head comes up a little bit, feet are flat on the floor, abs are tight. So we're getting into this position where we've got our chest muscles really open, exposed, and stretching. We don't want to lean too much forward on our chest muscles because that's what's holding us up, our arms and our chest. We just want to feel a nice deep stretch. Breathe deep in and out. Great inhales, good exhales. If you're having a hard time grabbing the back of this chair, just grab the sides of your chair and kind of lean forward. Really roll those shoulders back. That's the motion you want, is that shoulder back motion. Hold it. And relax. Hands come on top of the thighs. Whew, I'm starting to get warm in here. Moving those muscles around, producing the heat. That's what we want. Hands on tops of our thighs. Feet are shoulder width apart still. And we're going to start to engage our calf muscles. So that's our muscles down here. We're going to do that by inhale. We're going to lift our heels. And exhale, we're going to lower. Nice, slow, controlled movements. Inhale, lift. Exhale, lower. Inhale, lift. Exhale, lower. We're going to do 3 more lifts. Inhale, that's 1. Exhale, lower. Inhale, lift. Exhale, lower. Make sure you're sitting up nice and tall. Inhale, last 1. Exhale, lower. Good job. All right, we're going to keep working on our legs and getting some heat generated in our legs, getting that blood flowing down into our extremities. So I want you to, you're still sitting up nice and tall, feet shoulder width apart, and we're going to lift one leg nice and slowly. Just one leg up in front of you, however high you can get it. I know that this one's always difficult for me. It always begins shaking right away. So if you feel that, you can lower it down, bend a little bit in the knee. If you have a hard time holding your leg up, this is a great time for a towel or scarf or whatever it is that you have. You can bring your knee up, wrap it around, and straighten it out, and just hold on to your towel or your scarf to get that stretch in your leg. So that's why we have these if you need it. So here we go. Inhale, we're going to take our leg up and just hold it sitting up nice and tall. Abs are tight, back is straight, and breathing nice and deep. The deeper you breathe, the less it will shake. My foot right now is flexed, so I'm pretending like I have my foot against a wall. 2 more breaths here. Inhale deep, exhale. Last one, and relax. We're gonna do the other leg now. Take a nice deep breath in and slowly lift that leg up. Again, foot is flexed like I'm pushing against a wall. We're holding it. If you have your towel, whatever feels most comfortable to you. As I said at the beginning, just listen to your body. That's the number one thing you can do, is listen to your body. You know, you're doing something amazing for your body right now, just slow movements and stretching. So listen to it as it gives you that feedback. 2 more deep breaths in and out. Last one. And relax down. Here we go. We're going to go back to the other side and we're going to lift it up and we're going to focus on bending or flexing and pointing our toes. So we're getting that movement in our ankle. Ankles are injured so often. So let's pay them a little bit of attention. Here we go. We're going to lift up. We've got our foot flexed and now we're going to point. Nice and slow back and forth between flexing and pointing. If you need to hold on to your leg, absolutely fine. If you need to use your towel, go right ahead. I generally have to hold my leg. Because as I said, it likes to shake a lot in this position. Keep breathing, sitting up tall, abs are tight, shoulders are square. 3 more. 2 and 1. Go ahead and place it down. If you need to, shake your legs out, bounce them around. Oh yeah, working on that heat, I tell you what. Here we go with our opposite leg. We're gonna pick it up on the inhale. We start with it flexed, grabbing where we need to, supporting and point. Tall, tall spines, contracted abs. Deep breaths. 3 more. Last one. And relax it down. Shake it out if you need to. Moving on next, we're going to hug each knee into our chest. This is another place you can use your towel or your scarf, because this is what we want to get to. You don't have to do it yet, but this is where we're going, okay? So I can wrap my hands around my knee. I didn't always start that way, so I would take a towel under my knee, grab the sides of the towel, and pull it up. It's definitely a way to, it's a progression, because yoga is all about practicing, and your body will respond more if you do it more. So I started with the towel, pulling it up. Now I'm able to grab my knee. So whatever feels natural for you. All right, here we go. We're gonna take a deep breath in, wrap our hands around our leg or around our towel. Exhale and pull your knee up. Try not to bend over too far towards your knee. Try to sit up tall and bring your knee to you. Other foot, whatever your opposite foot is flat on the ground. We don't want it to be pointed or back here on our heel. We want to be sitting up tall, all of our weight on this other leg distributed evenly. Deep breaths in and out. Our bottom foot of our bent leg is just kind of dangling there. It's not flexed or pointed, it's just neutral. 2 more deep breaths in and out. And relax down. Here we go. We're going to go for the other leg now. Again, towel, hands, whatever you need. Wrap them around the front. Deep breath in. Exhale, bring it up. We're definitely getting the blood flowing in our legs today and our hips. I can feel it all the way from my lower back down into my thigh in this position. Remember, we're sitting up tall, not bringing our chest to our knee, but bringing our knee up to our chest. Deep breaths in. Two more. And relax down. All right, so we've been really focusing on our legs. Let's take a couple deep breaths in with bringing our arms up overhead, kind of get our whole body reactivated in case our top of our body forgot that, hey, we're doing yoga and it's a whole body thing. Take a deep breath in. Oh, feel that stretch up and down. 2 more. In. Exhale down. On this time, rest up at the top. Don't bring your arms down. Instead, pretend like you're holding a big beach ball. It's the summer. We're at the pool. We got this big beach ball. We're throwing it to our kids or grandkids. Only we're going to take this big beach ball and hinge at our hips and come down nice and slow forward. We're trying to get our stomach to rest on top of our thighs if we can. If you need to hold it here, hold it here. If you want to go all the way down and just kind of let your upper body lay on top of your thighs, arms dangle down, go right ahead. This is our forward fold. Again, listen to your body. If this hurts, come back up a little bit. But we want, if you're up in this elevated position, you want your arms in that holding a beach ball pose because you want this, your upper body engaged like that versus falling forward. It's just better for your posture. So either all the way down or extended. Here we go, deep breath in, and we're gonna come back up nice and slow. First, you're gonna grab for your beach ball. Then you're gonna start to bring your stomach away from your thighs, back up, and arms down at our sides. Deep breath in, we're gonna do that whole thing one more time. Up to the top, find our beach ball, and slowly bend over as far as you can go. If you get all the way down, let that neck drop down. Just let it dangle there. Let your arms just hang. Deep breaths in and out. Inhale and go ahead and grab for the beach ball and slowly come back all the way up. And arms come down to the side. We're gonna go back into that forward fold, only this time we're gonna add a twist into it. So go ahead and breathe up, find your beach ball, go ahead, slowly come into your forward fold, and then I will direct you on how to twist. Nice and slow. Once you get into your forward fold, go ahead and take one hand, doesn't matter which hand, and you're gonna put it in between both your feet if you can. Then that hand that's not on the ground just reaches up and let your eyes look up towards your extended hand. In a nice deep stretch. Two more deep breaths here. Really breathe in. Let your whole body feel that breath coming into it. And exhale. Inhale. And on this exhale, go ahead and relax down. Come back to that forward fold and just hang there for a second, letting the blood return to that top arm that was extended. Go ahead, take your opposite hand now and place it in between your feet. It's not back in between my feet, but the arches of my feet, it's in front. Then take your other hand, reach it up, let your gaze follow that hand up for a nice deep twist. Deep breath in and out. Two more deep breaths here. And relax down. Again, collapse into that forward fold and just let your hands hang, your neck hang, blood return. Inhale, and on your exhale, go ahead and reach for your beach ball and slowly come up back into seated. And arms down. Deep breaths in here. The next one we're going to do, we're going to take our feet out a little bit wider than shoulder width apart. So get your feet in a comfortable position. This is shoulder width where my shoulders are aligned with my knee, which are aligned with my feet. We're going to take each one out a little bit of a step. I'm still on the edge of my chair. Hands are right on my knees, the top of my knees. And what we're going to do here is a twist, and we're going to put one of our shoulders forward. So as I inhale, I'm going to drop one shoulder, and my body is basically aligned with my opposite leg. So that knee's pointing out, so is my chin. Drop one shoulder in forward. Inhale and exhale. Inhale and release. Now we're going to go up to the center. Inhale, we're going to do the opposite side. As we exhale, our other shoulder comes towards the center. Deep breaths. Deep breaths. Inhale, and as we exhale, we come back up to the center. We're going to do this again, but we're going to try to go a little bit faster. So you go at your own pace, you follow your breath. So you inhale, exhale, come down. Inhale, come back up. Exhale, come down. So you follow that breath. You're moving a little bit faster, but you're still controlling it. And you're always coming down on the exhale. So inhale and returning to center, exhale and coming down. Back up on the inhale and exhale. on each side. Whew. Oh, I love those twists. All righty. We're going to go into the foot stomp. This is one where we're really getting that blood pumping into our entire leg. So the first thing you do is grab around your knee, around your thigh, however you can. If you need to use the towel, do that. You're going to pick it up and drop it down. And you're stomping when that foot hits the ground. We're forcing blood in and out of this leg. So we're going to go up and down. Other leg. We're alternating our legs. And down. Up. Stomping it down. If we were all in one room, it would be so loud. I just know it. Stomp it down. One more on each leg. Last one. All right. All right. How does that feel? Everyone feel the heat? Am I the only one that's sweating? All right, well, we're gonna kind of get cooled down. We're gonna take some deep breaths in and out. Nice and slow. In and out. In, all the way up. Now we're going to take a forward fold. We have that beach ball. If you want to go even farther down in that forward fold, you take your knees out to the side and just let your head droop. Now we're going to go back up. Inhale, arms up overhead, arms back down. And one more. And down. All right, everyone. Well, thank you for letting me teach you. I'm going to unmute you guys.